Let me be a little selfish here. I'm living the American dream.
We don't need no more roofers. Just say you hate Minnesota.
We're chasing opportunity.
That shows me your leadership. You're just panicking a little.
Everybody knows you're phoning it in.
Can I get a commitment from you?
You can post nice quotes, you can do all that, but everybody knows you're not doing the activity. Don't be that guy.
Looking for a job? Roofing industry.
Come to the
welcomes
roofing
you.
industry, you can 100x your income over here.
What's the biggest job you ever sold?
I'm not big. I haven't graduated to that yet. Surprisingly, I'm like a door-to-door residential killer. But I don't know. I've had jobs at six figures, with windows and siding and roof over here in the best market on the planet, Minnesota, probably next to Florida. But that's a different story. I love this place. Like 100 grand only.
100 grand?
Yeah.
I love it, and I tell guys all the time. I see the trend now where everybody's chasing commercial. There's no money in residential. Especially some business owners, they will take one HOA, right? Okay, $1 million project, $2 million project. They see the numbers. They say, oh, this is great, and they cancel residential. Now they start chasing HOAs. 2 years later, they go out of business, and I'm like, why? Like for me personally, I'm like you. I don't have big jobs. I mean, we've done some, $250,000 projects and stuff, but for me, everyday stuff, like I've been doing it for like 6 years. My numbers never go back. Every year, slight increase. Everybody's get fat. My sales guys, my production people, my supplementers, everybody. You have 8, 10 families every single year. No one's stressing about anything. You just go out every day and you just work. It's 10, 20, 30 grand jobs. What's wrong with it?
Nothing. The commissions are outrageous. Like you were talking about earlier, where else in the world can you go and make a yearly income, sometimes in a week, a day? Like if you were to average out what I made, like it would probably be 20, 30 grand a day. That's unheard of. People watching this that aren't in the industry are freaking out, thinking we're just throwing out these numbers. But we all get fed here and it's amazing. It's amazing opportunity. And there's so many residential. Like I love it. I'm a weirdo. I love it.
I'm the same way. And my next question to you is, if you are, obviously everybody get lazy, everybody have lack of motivation, stuff, distractions. If you are in your A game for a year, like you just straight focus, no personal drama, no major events, like you focus 100% on work, you cancel everything, cancel your life and you work. What's your earning potential you feel like next year? How much money? Like absolutely max. You don't have to make it, you don't have to plan it, but can you make, I don't know, you name the number. How much can you make on your A game in a perfect world?
I think that I have not even seen my best numbers yet.
I agree, but what do you feel like you can do?
Multi-millions easily. Like,
per year?
Yeah, 2 to 5. Like I honestly think, I'm trying to crack the 2 this year. I never cracked 2. So I'm trying to, on residential too, I want to do it in residential.
Yep.
I don't want to do it in commercial.
That's awesome.
So
it's good numbers.
Yeah. I mean, 2 million, it'd be great for me. It would make things nice,
Love it. Name one training you wouldn't recommend to anyone. Maybe you took a training or, well, like to learn, but name a training that you're like, okay, don't waste time on it.
Sometimes a training will just teach you not to, like you said, worry about that information. Like, I don't know. I just say the best, I can't answer that. I don't know.
Do you recommend, like for example, hack training? Would you recommend something like that?
No. Because here's the thing. Insurance, there's no congruency. Like you get a good guy out there who wants to buy, he's going to buy. You get a staff guy, most likely he's going to deny you. And somebody's selling somebody on the job here. So I wouldn't, they say that. I do know that title probably brings you a little bit more respect from the insurance supplementer or when you're supplementing, because I've seen that happen, but I wouldn't recommend that because Hale's like, what we do is not rocket science, man. You feel it, you see it, you know it, it's there. And if it's not there, it's not getting bought. That's plain and simple. If it's there, it's there. I would recommend people in our industry do personality type kind of training. I think because we deal with so many different personalities. We're in the people business. Yep. We're not in the roofing business. And I think most people focus too much on their company, their brand and products instead of the people that they're talking to. I think that's the best training, and I think that's the one that served me well, because you know when to shut up, you know when to talk, and you know what motivates people. We all have our own language. I'm a blue, you're a red, blue, red, you know, and you're probably yellow. You like to help people, you know. I don't know, but like everyone's got their own language, and if you're
Where's the colors coming from?
blue, red, green, yellow, they're just personality types. Someone yellow's someone who likes to help people. Blue, someone who likes to have fun. They don't care about money. Red's all about money and achievement. And greens are, what is it, Ricky? Analytical. They got to know every little detail. It's got to be spelled out in black and white. And once you know that, it's like the unfair advantage, man. It really is.
Door knocking sucks. How do you do it?
So I kind of just psyched myself out. So here's the thing. You got to understand. I started as a canvasser in this industry. So that's my first love. That's how I got to experience all that, the abundance that it brought. So I love it. I love talking to people, but I psyched myself out. This is how I did in the beginning. I grabbed a stack of door hangers. I didn't put any kind of pressure on myself. I said, I'm going to get rid of 75 of these door hangers. And by the law of averages, I'm going to talk to somebody. And out of those people, I'll definitely get one at least. That was my whole goal. If you take the focus off of selling and just doing the activity, the results by the law of averages is going to follow. Now, along with that, that's why those 800 doors, I had to knock so many because I didn't know how to overcome objections. I didn't know body language. I didn't know what a turtle vent was, you know? So you learn all that in the repetition, but I just psych myself out and say, hey, I'm going to go. And plus, I honestly believe I'm helping people. I don't think you could operate at a top level in this industry if you don't honestly in your heart say, I think that they need me. And I know they need me because the insurance companies always undervalue their claims. They're always driving them on the damage. So honestly, I go out there, I look at it as I'm taking a walk, talking to friends and family, meeting new friends, and just letting them know what's available. I'm not there to sell you. Either way, I'm going to sell and get my deals. But honestly, I'm going to give you the best service, world-class experience possible with me at the door, and you're going to notice I'm different between all these other guys.
You mentioned several times personality tests. Recommend one. Where can someone who's watching, trying to get in sales, where they can find it, where to go, download it online or go to school?
If you just type in personality test, you'll get a myriad of them. But like I said, some put animals, sharks, bears, whatever. Some people use colors. I'd say that's the number one thing that I see a lot of people don't even, it's not even on their radar. I would also give a free tip to anybody that's worth like $1 million right now knocking doors in this specific area. And that is, hey, I'm just dropping off my card. I know you've been inundated with contractors. Where are you at in the process? That is gold in any market. Take it to the bank.
Give one advice to someone who just starting in sales, like in the very, very beginning, maybe a rookie, just joined a company, frustrated, lack of training. One advice to brand new sales rep.
I would say, like I said before, if you can leverage other people's experiences, stick by a leader and just shadow him, shut up, do what he does, buy him lunch. If you could get with a top producer, you are who you surround yourself with. By default, you will be a top producer if you hang around 4 top producers or even 1. Hang around the people, do the activity, don't get attached to the results. You can really compress time frames if you just do the activity and take the no's. Everybody puts so much value like on failing. There is no success without failure. Get over it. Just get over it, because here's the thing. If you're not successful in sales, you could go back to what you're doing. Why don't you just go for it, do the activity, don't get attached to results, and I guarantee you're going to be successful.
How do you train sales guys who start working maybe for you? Because I've seen you train quite a few guys over the years.
I just get them on the block with me. Nothing's better than the block to teach people the real meat and potatoes of this industry. If you can do knock doors, that skill set will feed you the rest of your life, because you're able to go out and extract some revenue from the market. So I take them out on the block and I say, just watch me. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. I'll walk with them for 5 times, after that, they probably pretty much get it. I go, just repeat verbatim what I say, and you can't go wrong. Or once you hear what I'm saying, put it into your own, the way you speak, because I have quiet people, shy people, introverts, extroverts. I got all these different types I'm dealing with, but I can't ask somebody to do what I'm not doing, so I go and do it. I go and knock a door.
Lead by example.
I lead by example, and there was a time in my life where I avoided responsibility and didn't want to do the activity. One of my good friends, Houston Burgess, God bless him, best salesman I ever met. He sat me down one day and had that come to Jesus meeting where he was like, hey, listen, man, everybody knows you're phoning it in. You could post nice quotes, you could do all that, but everybody knows you're not doing the activity. Don't be that guy, Ben. And he had that heart to heart, and I changed. After that, literally, my life changed, and that's when I got into storm restoration. The rest is history, you know.
Have you ever covered deductibles?
Never.
Never?
No, I got trained by some good people in the industry. When I first got in, I didn't realize I was with a storm chasing company when I got in this. So then you know, but here's the thing, storm chaser is like, I don't know, I kind of just think we're chasing opportunity, and you can't blame a guy for that. I mean, what do you want me to do, sit at home, mooch off the government and then cause trouble in your community? No, at least I'm going out there and taking market share. This is a position that's available for anybody who's hungry. This, in my opinion, is like the old gold rush back in the day. The only place in America where you can go out and have the American dream I'm living the American dream. I get to travel. People pay for stuff for me. Like, I help people. And I travel and just learn all these amazing places on the planet, and I wouldn't be able to do it without this industry.
Next question is tough one. How often do you see vandalism in our industry? Around your companies, hear stories, maybe you've seen it on the job sites?
I was talking to your assistant here earlier. So I have a gentleman that I helped out and trained, but he wasn't really a closer. Well, I thought he had a bad experience with me. Turns out he went and got his adjuster's license. He just told me the other day he was down south, and his first roof in the business to adjust, folded like a cheap suit, all those shingles. So I haven't seen it in a while, like a year or two, but I have seen it. And
have you ever seen sales guys doing it? Like
someone
around you? Well, just
I
want to know how you deal with it. Like because I recently interviewed one of the business owners, and he caught one of his guys doing it, and I'm like, how do you deal with that? Because you don't want to turn them in necessarily, but at the same time, I actually got a call from Michigan this week, someone doing it, and they actually turning him in, like insurance fraud, full 9 yards.
Like we were talking about before, just all the negative stuff you see in this industry, that's probably one of them. I haven't seen it a lot. I have seen it, and I was just like, when you're new and you're just following people, you see what they do. Every time someone would attempt to do that, or I just kind of like be so cringed and scared, because you get that name and then it's over. And not only that, like you mess up somebody's house, dude. Like, that's not cool. I've never been like a thief or get into fights or like whatever. Like, so I've seen it. I know what it looks like, and you could definitely tell. But I think people that are doing that, they just weren't brought in right. I think it's just an ignorance issue. Now, I do hear of when I first got in the industry, I heard that there was people down in Georgia cutting steel, stainless steel balls in half and putting them on their sandals and walking on the roof or something crazy like that. So I don't know. Like, I think that's a small percentage, man, because I think they're regulating that, and they just watch it.
Guys, if you're watching this, I like what Ben said. You said it's obvious, you can tell, and I agree 100%. I don't care what you're thinking. If you're attempting to do it, just don't do it. It'll stay on your record forever. It's just bad business practice. If you're desperate, if you need money, talk to your boss. Say, hey man, I'm desperate. I need gas money, whatever. But don't do anything stupid. I don't care how much sense it makes. Some people think that, oh, this is damage. you know, I can add a few more. And I also want to say this. Sometimes in this business, we get so frustrated working with insurance companies who denies your claims and they say it's not enough damage. So we're trying to help that. Okay, that's not enough damage. I'll just add some to help them approve it. Don't hold your hate against, you know, insurance company, because if you do that, now you just compromise your integrity, and now you're no different than.
It's not even worth the money. Like, if you need money, just go get a job, then get out of this. If there's no storms in your area, if you don't know how to work a storm and you don't know what shingles, how to mismatch and get it bought, it's not worth it. I was in one recently in Wisconsin. Got up there, they had half-inch hail. There was, I got on the roof. He goes, full disclosure, there's been 2 contractors up there before you. When I hear that, I'm like, oh, here we go. I get up there. All the damage that I've been seeing is like this small. Well, this one was like this and all the way down to the mat. Totally black, perfect circles, 8 of them. And I'm just like, pull the ladder down, let's go. And I told the homeowner, listen, you're going to get a roof either way because somebody messed up your roof. What's the name of the company? You know, but don't do it, guys. It's not worth it, man.
I love it. Don't do it. Why roofing sales reps fail?
I don't think they stay in the game long enough to give it a chance.
Quit too early?
Yeah, I think they quit too early because, you know,
It's a hard business.
It's not for everybody, but here's the thing. Like, anything worth something is going to take a massive amount of effort and dedication and focus. If you can focus for 90 days, like I said, I came up with a 90-day run in here. I stole it from MLM, and it seems to be doing right. 90 days, massive action of activity, and that will create so much momentum the rest of the year, you won't really have to work. But I think that, going back to your question, your original question is, I think they just don't stick and stay long enough. And when they fail, they take it too personally, and they don't overcome it. I think you have to have thick skin in this game.
Where's the best place to find the sales guys? You came from outside of the industry.
Yeah.
What are the places business owners can look for sales guys to recruit and train?
Great restaurants, people good with anybody dealing with people. MLM is like, I would recruit, if I had a roofing company, I would recruit all MLM people because they already are half trained. They know how to take a no. They know how to overcome objections. They know personality types, and they don't make any money. You know?
MLM people looking for a job, roofing industry.
Come to the roofing industry. You can 100x your income over here.
Love it. Great advice. What's your favorite app for business?
Let's see. Well, whatever CRMs. You know, they make life easier. Sure. Speed, success like speed. Any way you can gain some speed, I'm with it. And the apps do that, the hover apps and all that. Spodio, I love that. I don't think nobody uses that no more.
So Spodio, hover, CRM, any CRM app?
Yeah, the CRMs.
Do you have a favorite CRM? You probably
I'm using Job Progress now, and I'm used to it. But AccuLink's probably the easiest one. I haven't tried Job Nimbus or any of that other stuff yet.
Okay. Well, when you come work for us, we'll teach you. It's pretty easy. What's your favorite?
You know, I don't.
You look at the clock. He's like, I don't want to be here no more.
No, it's just it's. Here's the thing.
So you're telling me product does not matter?
I don't think so.
Sure, but do you still have a favorite story, favorite brand to sell? You don't care at all.
I don't get into that.
Temco? Can you sell Temco?
I could sell whatever, but here's the thing. If you put a shingle on there and it's got petroleum and limestone on it, like there might as well be a hurricane coming through there. It's not coming off. I don't care how cheap it is.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna answer to that. It's the same thing, just like, okay, Honda and Mercedes-Benz, they have wheels, they'll take you from A to B, there's no difference. Come on.
Well, they say in the malarkey's like the bomb. I don't know. So I sell Certainteed right now. I'm comfortable with that. They'd like to talk about this and that, but like I've sold that. I sold GAF.
So you don't focus on shingles with the homeowners?
No, it's about the person, man. You're going to give them a good product. You're going to give them a nice roofing system. I don't think a majority of our roofing companies go out to screw people. So you're going to get a sweet product. They have to, or else they wouldn't be in business.
But you have a builder's grade, and you have...
Well, yeah, no, the builder's grade is terrible. You're right. That's just, yeah. And who puts 3 tabs on anymore? Come on, like... You know,
I mean, there's companies who do it.
I
There's
know they do.
You know, in Tamcos and stuff. Like I did one Tamco
I wonder how
job.
they make money though. Like, they do. Don't they have commercial managed repair programs?
Well, you know, like Tamco is the cheapest shingle out there, right? So when COVID-19 started, within first week, they sent everybody letters that they cancel all rebates, all contractor programs, like any perks, everything. Like first week of COVID-19, Tamco cancels any benefit to do business with Tamco. I mean, if you're that affected in the first week, that shows me your leadership. You're just panicking. I mean, it's the first week into pandemic and you already cancel everything. I mean, come on.
Well, talking about shingles, we're going through a shingle shortage 2020 right now.
How did COVID-19 affect your door knocking? Like, how did it change your game?
Interesting, good question. So I started off this year in Illinois. So Illinois is big liberal state. I mean, when I saw that COVID-19 came into effect, I was already planning on working for a company there, a high school friend, and I had to pivot because you had to wear the mask. You didn't wear the mask. You couldn't knock doors. They weren't letting you out in public at all in the beginning. So I had to pivot for my year and see what I was going to do to create income. Storm popped off in Wisconsin. They're more lenient there. So, but here's what's the interesting thing about COVID is that more people are home. There's more contacts. There's high touch now. Now I can get in front of more people, and you know, the numbers, it doesn't matter. Like, I can only get in front of a certain number of people. So that's why you do leads and all this other lead gen. But it's been great because people have been accessible. They're at home and they've got more disposable income and nothing to do. So they're sprucing up their homes. They're more willing to hear you out. Even retail. I don't even do retail. And I had to learn retail because it just became an option this year.
Is it possible to always get overhead and profit from insurance companies? Some companies say they get it like 95% of the time. We get it about 50% of the time. Is it possible to always, or is it worth it always fight for it? What's your story experience?
My experience, I always get overhead and profit a lot of times, like 80%.
80%.
Over here in Minnesota with this specific company.
You need to go talk to Chris and teach us how to get 80%. But you're getting about 80%.
And that's another reason why I'm working with who I'm working with, because that's like having someone on the supplement end who can secure those additional funds is powerful to my commission.
We do the same thing.
Let's not, let me be a little selfish here. I like my commissions fatter than smaller, right? Sure. So yeah, I've had great experience with O&P here in this state. Yeah.
Last question. Best and worst insurance company to work with?
Well, right now, State Farm is the worst, and I would even put Allstate second.
Second from the bottom?
Yeah, but State Farm denied everything I had in Wisconsin. I have State Farm tomorrow. I got a 7:30 adjustment tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. But from what I hear, State Farm's just using COVID and just denying everything. Everything's got to have to go to appraisal this year, seems like.
Okay. The best insurance company?
Travelers is good in Wisconsin. I heard they're not good here. Liberty Mutual, Nationwide. I mean, I don't know. The ones that always.
If homeowner would ask you for a recommendation for insurance, who would you recommend? Chubb. Can anybody get Chubb?
No, no. I don't know. It's just super expensive per month. But that'd probably be the Cadillac. But I would tell them, do not get State Farm, do not get Allstate, because those are the most two that I have trouble with. And if I have trouble with it, like, you're gonna have trouble.
Most of them, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Can I get a commitment from you? Our audience always have questions. Can we get a commitment for you to answer those questions if they have sales question or something from about this interview? Can you come back to this video maybe a week later, just answer some comments on YouTube?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So guys, Ben will answer all of your questions. If you have any, give this video a like if you learned something new today. Ben likes likes. I follow him on Facebook a lot. He's a likable guy and he deserves a lot of likes. Give this video a like, comment below if you have any questions for him or myself, and I'll see you guys in the next video.